and then we'll
Right.
go from there.
So
because then I can say what I think the intro is. You see.
All right then. So this is our podcast, and it's called "You Don't Even Like Me, Do You?"
No, it's called "You Don't Even Like Me, Do You?"
All right then. It's called "You Don't Even Like Me, Do You?" And we just review different things, what we've seen or heard, and
Heard.
or heard, and it's called that because even though we've known each other a long time, I still don't think you like me.
Well, it's not that I don't like you. It's just that, if you put us in a Venn diagram, nice friend, not so nice friend, but still friends.
Would I fit in a Venn diagram? Or would you have to make it a big Venn diagram?
It's a big Venn diagram. But, I'm the nice person. No, you're not the nice person.
I'm the nice person.
Right.
If we asked everybody we know, all them people.
Is this after you spoke to them first?
All them people would say that I'm the nice one.
Right. We need to lay down some rules for this podcast.
It's a bit late. Press record now.
No, that's okay. But this is moving forward. We need some rules. So,
right.
Rule number one is we can't talk over each other.
What's the point in that?
Well, because
what happens if it's something dead? What happens if we're having a lull?
You do it now.
All right, but if we're having a lull and I have to bring it back up again.
Well, you see, that's the thing. You see, because
if we have a lull,
do it again.
I know, but if we have a lull, people might switch off, and then they might not listen to the podcast again.
Right, well, that's rule one shafted already, because the idea
we'll forget rule one.
Is because no one will hear me because you're talking over me.
I'll let you talk.
Ipso facto, bad friend.
I'm the good friend because I'm trying to make this podcast better.
Rule two.
Yeah.
Do we have swearing?
I might swear.
Yeah, but you swear, but you call it comedy swearing. But is it comedy swearing?
We could have a comedy swear.
I don't swear as much as you see, so... And, you never know who could be listening to this.
Oh, we'll have an age rating on it.
A what?
An age rating on it.
What age rating is this podcast?
Don't know when people start swearing.
About 9.
9 plus.
Mm.
It's a 9 plus age rating.
You can't say it, can you?
No.
Age
rating.
Rule number 3.
So just a disclaimer, you have to be over 9 to listen to this. Or swear.
Yeah. Rule number 3. Not talk about sex.
What about all the good things that can be?
Let's talk about sex.
Let's talk about you and me.
Maybe.
Let's talk about all the good things.
And the bad things.
That may be.
Well,
let's talk about.
Yeah, well, we can there's going to be some things.
There's always one who breaks off.
There's going to be some things that refer to sex, but I don't think it should be everything going towards sex because
we're not having a sex.
You've not only got a potty mouth. So
when did this become a sex podcast?
You've got a gutter mouth. Because things always turn to double entendres and that kind of thing. Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
So I think they're the rules so far.
No sex. Chair says that he does let you talk over him.
Have you got any rules for this podcast?
No.
None?
No.
Okay. Right, so...
That sounded dead scripted, that. Mine didn't sound scripted in the slightest, but yours did, but... Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll go there. Go with that. So, yeah, it's called You Don't Even Like Me.
Do you?
Do you? Oh, you don't even like me.
You don't even like me, do you?
Yeah. Because Matt says this quite a lot when
you don't even like me, do you?
Pick him up on things that he
No,
says.
it's generally when you say when I say something and you disapprove. Hold on, is it that? Yeah. If I say something and you disapprove, then I say you don't even like me, do you?
No, you say,
is that right?
You don't even like me, do you?
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see, it's very rare we're going to be able to have a successful podcast /conversation because
why?
The fact I'm actually talking now without interruption is a good thing. So I think moving forward, if we do extra episodes,
are we doing it management speak?
Yeah.
Are we doing the management
yes,
speak podcast?
You know what I'm like. Moving forward, looking ahead, if we do this podcast again, it becomes a regular thing.
Yeah.
I think I should have Jay's minute.
This is out. Well, can I just say that the podcast will be 45 minutes long, and it can only have a New York minute, which is 10 seconds.
So there, somewhere in the podcast, we have like a ding or whatever. And it's Jay's minute.
I haven't got a ding.
Well,
I've just pressed record.
You can put it in post-production.
What, a ding?
Yeah, I'll a ding.
What about a dong? Or a donk?
A donk, yeah.
A ding, a dong, a donk. Yeah.
And Jay's minute, or Jay's 2 minutes. And basically...
Hold on, that's doubled.
Well,
you can't do that. Look, listeners. I don't know whether that works. Look, listeners. Listen, listeners.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah.
How can you have a Jay's minute and then have Jay's 2 minute? Before I know it, it'll be 4 minutes. Then it'll be 8 minutes. Then it'll be 16 minutes. And then it'll be more than that.
However, I think there should be a segment, 1-2 minutes, whatever, where, I talk uninterrupted.
That'll be the boring bit.
It's boring bit, whatever. Jay's boring bit.
It'll be about books.
You can call it Jay's boring bit.
Jay's boring book minute.
And 2 minutes.
Jay's boring book 2 minutes.
And then I'll say it, and then you go back to like Convo-Dominator by you.
Convo-Dominator. We should have called it that. We should have called it Convo-Dominator.
It's no.
Do you know if I'm a gladiator, you know where I'd be? Convo-Dominator.
Very good.
What's that? You see, it doesn't help. That's a big fish that somebody's caught. That's an ugly fish, isn't it?
It doesn't really.
Can you imagine if you said if they said, catch of the day, what would you like? And they pull that out.
I don't think
you'd be like,
it doesn't work, does it?
No, because we're seeing this. Is it a catfish? Oh, it is. I don't know what that is. It's got string on its face.
Yeah.
That one's got a sucker.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. Sorry, go on.
Work.
Anyway, let's not watch television while we're doing this.
Anyway, yeah.
Them catfish.
The introduction to this podcast.
It's doing a reconstruct. It's fallen Sunday. There's something. Honestly, right, I know you can't see this, but there were some legs hanging out of that catfish. It's a Sunni catfish, Tablaca brangatorus longifis.
Yeah,
8 foot long, 300 pounds it weighs.
It doesn't work.
No, sorry. Anyway,
so
forget that. It's about catfish.
Back to the introduction to the conversation podcast.
We could be reviewing this.
Yeah. So we've set up the rules.
Yeah.
We've told you what it's
You've
about.
got 2 minutes.
And potential features.
Well, we're just reviewing
features.
stuff.
Matt's reviewing stuff that he sees or hears.
I'm reviewing. I thought we were reviewing stuff.
We're reviewing stuff that you see or hear.
Well, why are we reviewing things that I see or hear? It should be we're reviewing things that we see or hear.
Okay, so...
But you're in the 2 minutes with the stuff that you've seen.
Well, there you go. So, yeah, Matt says that we're reviewing stuff that we, he, me, see, hear, or... What was the third one?
Can you have more than 3? See, hear?
No.
No?
Yeah. No? You know?
No.
Yeah, and I think you should bring a fact of the day as well.
Fact of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, features TBC. But yeah, that's where we are for the introduction. So I think that's about it.
Well, that were an interesting podcast, weren't it? Have we got to review anything tonight?
Well, what do you want to review tonight?
I don't know. We just watched Star Trek. I got quite upset when he died. Spoilers. If you look, we're the last people I think to see season 1 of Strange New Worlds because we've been stretching this out for about a year, more than a year. I think I got it last year before, and we've just watched the penultimate episode. Not even the last one. It was penultimate.
You'd seen it, hadn't you?
I've not seen it.
You've not seen it?
I've not seen that.
Because when he died, you did a fake. Oh.
No, I thought it was dead sad when he died. I'm not telling you he's died, but it was the alien.
He did a fake. Oh, and I thought he's seen this.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
You must have read about it then.
I haven't read about it.
You must have read a review.
I haven't read. No, I've not read. I've not spoiled any of it.
Well, that's.
But I thought it was quite sad when he died because I liked him. I thought he was a good character.
You see, the thing is, what you don't realise is
what?
Not you, them.
Oh.
Matt
I've had this DVD for ages.
He reads reviews on things and spoilers. So before,
sometimes you don't.
And before he's
before he didn't say it's 2 minutes for it that started, did he?
But he's
have you 2 minutes started?
But he reads reviews on films.
Have you 2 minutes?
And knows when people are going to die, and then says to me, "I reckon someone's going to die in this." When he already knows. So
I haven't spoilt it.
I thought he'd seen it.
No, I've not spoilt it, and I've not seen it
because he just ruins things.
I don't ruin things at all. You hold on a minute. You've seen pictures. You've been to pictures and seen things before me, and then gone to see it with me.
Yeah, but I haven't hid the fact I've seen it before. Not like you with
I've looked at you when you've been watching it. You've been bracing yourself.
You watched GoldenEye and didn't tell me.
Don't mention any. Can't mention other people.
Oh, sorry.
You can't say that.
You can bleep it out in post.
I can't bleep anything out. It's an MP3. I can't start bleeping stuff out.
Yeah, but you got.
Am I supposed to bleep it out?
Editing software, haven't you?
No, it's just recording it as MP. It's all in one.
What's that? Editing software you shove on a computer.
Well, I'm not putting it on that. It'd take me ages to do that. Well, this is going out on the cuff.
No, you've got to have a bit of quality control.
Well, don't bring the quality down. I can do it. You see, the thing is, listeners, I could maintain this level of quality all the way through the podcast, but he wants me to post-produce. Well, he wants me to remove the boring bits. So it'd just be about me. Just be me going on. You wouldn't even get that 2 minutes.
Well, if you removed all the boring bits, it'd just be 2 minutes. That'd be my 2 minutes.
Well, it wouldn't be 2 minutes. Your 2 minutes. It wouldn't. Anyway, Star Trek was very good tonight. I enjoyed it. The going were a bit. I didn't like the going. I thought they looked a bit naff, didn't they?
Well, it's a bit niche, but and you won't know this, but if you've ever seen Alien or Primeval or is it what? It's another monster that looks like it. It's like a cross between the three.
It looked like one of them. It looked like one of them with the big eyes. Chameleon.
Yeah, but that's not bad in the TV, is it?
Well, no.
Anyway, it looked like the bad thing out of. Oh, Stranger Things is what it reminded me of.
Oh yeah, the head thing. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stranger Things monster. Alien from Alien.
But look. It didn't look better than any of them. It looked like they got the worst of each one of them and made a going.
Anyway, it was killing people. And they sorted it out, so all's good in space.
But it were a good episode. I quite liked it, even though good characters did get bumped off at the end.
I never liked him anyway.
You wouldn't?
Mm-mm.
I did. I thought it were a good character. Never mind.
But it's all right reviewing a pilot episode, the first episode of the season to get excited about. But if you start reviewing something like
everybody would have seen it.
No context.
Everybody will have seen it.
No context.
Anybody who likes Strange New Worlds will have seen that already. We're the last people to see that.
Hey, but
it's not a Strange New World. It should be called. We've seen it all. Planet.
There's no point in reviewing things that people have seen. You review things that people haven't seen, and they go, "Oh, that sounds good."
How can you always review things that people haven't seen?
What?
How can you always review things that people haven't seen?
Well, that's the idea, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we can't be the first people to see things.
Well, stop reviewing stuff that's been out for a while then. Well, unless you have a new feature called late review.
People might not have seen Strange New Worlds. They might just be. They might not have seen Star Trek. But how are we supposed to see things before everybody else? What? But how does that work?
I'm just saying.
You know, if you review a book, he reviews books. If you review a book,
yeah,
people have read that book before. You're not the first person to read that book.
Well, no, but people might think, I want to know what that book's about. Oh, there's a review there. I'll listen to the review, or I'll watch the review, or I'll read the review. And they'll decide whether they will not read it or not.
Well, yeah, but...
Oh, I've just seen something. I'll go and see what the reviews say.
You've seen... What?
Well, someone might say, oh, I watched an episode of Star Trek 2 years ago. Oh, there's a review there. I'll see what it says.
I watched that review. I'd watch that because you kind of think, well, what do they think of it?
Yeah, well,
Did they get upset when the Andorian died?
So you've seen an episode of a science
spoilers,
fiction.
I know, I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah, interrupting.
It were an alien.
Interrupting. You've just seen an episode of a series from 2 years past, 3 years past, 2 years past.
Might be longer.
3 years past, and now he's going to go and scour the internet to find a review on that episode that he's just watched. Doesn't work that way.
It might do.
No.
Well, how are we supposed to review current stuff then?
I'm not saying you review current stuff. I'm just saying you can't review
You
any
won't
episode.
review current stuff anyway. You don't like them.
You're saying you just don't review an episode like 3/4 into a series on its own.
Yeah, but what would you review?
I've just watched the first episode, latest series of Star Trek, and it's brilliant.
What's that?
And this and this and this and this and this. I'm just going to review an episode that's 3/4
It's
in,
like if
which
we
means
watched...
you have to invest yourself watching 8 episodes before you get to this episode that we just reviewed.
It takes this a bit seriously, doesn't it? It's like we could go and see June 2. You've still got my Blu-ray. We could go and see June 2.
Yeah.
But
Which has got good reviews, by the way.
I know, but loads of people would have seen it.
Right? Yeah, but people haven't as well.
Yeah, but that's like anything.
Yeah, but you can review a film. It's an event, but you can't review an episode of a series 9 episodes in. Well, what a good start.
Well, there we are. This could be the first and last podcast. What? Well, you're not really contributing much, are you?
Pause button at some point.
There is no, but I can't do it. I'm too far away from it to press a pause button.
And then you press play again, and you can just stitch them together.
Well, we could just stitch it all together again.
What?
You could cut and paste it all and stitch it all back together.
I suppose you could do. And then you can cut out all the riff-raff conversations, the boring bits.
That's not boring, is it? Some people, they might put this on before they go to bed. Be asleep in no time. In his 2-minute bit. If you're going to fall asleep, we'll let you know because Jay's got a special 2-minute bit.
That'll be the bit.
It's snoozing. We'll call it the snooze-inducing 2-minute bit.
Catch it.
It is.
No, the people will look
up
forward.
Next, it's Jay's snooze-inducing 2-minute bit.
Shut him up. Wait. When's the 2-minute thing coming on? See, what I'll do, I'll put it in different parts of the podcast.
What, so 2-minute bit?
So might be in the start, might be in the middle, might be at the end.
What, so people are going to have to listen to all of it before they find...
Listen to you.
Before they can nod off.
Listen to you, and it'd be worth listening to you rabble on.
Rabble?
Rabble.
Ramble?
Rabble.
Rabble?
Rabble.
Is it rabble or ramble?
Ramble's where you walk.
Rabble? Rabble's not a word.
Rabble.
You've made that up.
Google it.
I can't Google it. I'm recording this.
Right.
Did that come out of your nose?
Yeah.
Google ramble.
Rabble. I'm Googling rabble now.
Google rabble. It's not a word. Rabble's not a word. Well, don't say that. I've just bought the same phone.
Yeah, you bought.
I've got the 14. He's got 10.
Right.
Rabble.
Rabble meaning.
Rabble meaning. It's not a word.
It means.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of the word rabble?
Rabble.
A disorderly crowd or mob. The rabble, the lower classes, the common people, the nobility held the rabble in complete contempt. So it's a bit of a
wrong word then. You picked the wrong word.
It's like a disorderly
You know, like how
crowd.
they did that. You know, Hardman Productions. What are they called? Not the Hardman, is it? Whatever it is. And it were the wrong trousers. You've picked the wrong word. Rabble.
Well, I'm repurposing it.
Repurposing the word?
Yeah.
You can't do that. A word's a word. Anyway, we're cutting that bit off and all. There'll be no left of this. Be like a right patchwork quilt, this, won't it?
I'm just still trying to find a different
Try
meaning.
and find another rabble word.
Rambling on.
Ramble is a word. Rambling on.
A rambling 6-hour speech. There you go.
Are you trying to say that mine would be a rambling 6-hour speech?
All I'm saying is ramble. Oh, that's rambling. Oh,
I know.
Sorry.
I'll tell you what, you're not that tall bloke off What's It, are you? What's he called? You're the boring one of Pointless. Sorry. They can't say he's boring. He's not boring, really. He's a very good writer. But he thinks he's him. He thinks he's the tall bloke.
Right, okay, yeah, you can ramble on about something. But rabble is a crowd, is hardly a crowd. So that's 1 point to you.
It is. We've recorded that as well. I've got 1 point. I do rabble a word.
Well, what do you want? A badge?
Yeah, what a badge with rabble's not a word on it.
You know, this podcast.
We've not reviewed any. We've only reviewed a Star Trek episode.
This podcast is called "You Don't Really Like Me," do you? Or you don't even like me, do you?
You don't. Oh.
Now, is this me talking to you? Or you talking to me? Because you
don't like me.
So far, you just mocked me.
I haven't. I just know what the word rabble means. It's not a word.
And been quite reductive in what I'm saying. So
reductive.
People would think that you're not liking me that much.
I like you.
Well,
you don't like me.
Yeah, because you're not a very nice person.
I am a nice person.
As the people here now.
No, I think that people think I'm a bit gobby.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people will like me.
I've been thinking, you know,
what?
This recording, right?
We're still doing it.
It might go out, right?
Yeah.
It might go out, it might not. But I think whatever happens,
yeah,
it's committed to
the internet,
the storage, whatever.
So you might get bad comments
forever. No, because what I'm trying to say is, you know, in years to come,
yeah, this
will still live on. Because I don't think
what a legacy.
I don't think there's enough photographs of you
that's
stored anywhere.
That's rude. That's rude. That because there's more photographs of me
with a drink.
They're all with a drink
and food.
Some have got food. Elliot, oh, do you know? See, this is where you don't even like me.
All I'm saying is, you know, it's just another medium for you to be remembered by in years to come. So if someone finds your hard drive in years to come and goes, oh, look at all his photographs. Oh, there's some more. Oh, there's some more. Jesus, he likes himself. There's some more. There's some more. Oh, hang on, what's this? Oh, it's audio recording of him now talking as well. You know, I'm not saying you're narcissistic, but you know, just saying. Hashtag.
Will there be recordings of you as well?
This is probably the only recording of me.
Yeah,
like in digital format, anyway.
Well, yeah. But no, just don't. Yeah, see, he doesn't even like me, does he? You don't.
I think the idea would be good if you sort of like got it in quite a lot.
I'm doing it.
You're hammering it home.
I am, but I'm rabbling on about it. It's not a word though. But
it's a good job you're the funny one, isn't it?
I am the funny one, but I know. But yeah, don't know where I'm going with that.
No, yeah, yes, that's right. Yeah, that's a good way to finish a conversation off, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
But fancy saying, I'm just doing this for my benefit, so that there's like, you know what, like maybe in the future they could find a strand of my hair, right, and genetically bring me back in 300 years, like Buck Rogers.
Yeah.
Bring me back in about 300 years' time, because they'll have all these pictures of what I look like, and then they'll have this recording of me going on with myself and a hair, and then it'll be like, I'll be there, won't I? They'll be like, just like, you know, like 9 foot tall, like, they'll be like 9 foot tall bean poles with like a ball head or something like that. And they'll be like, and they'll genetically recreate me. And I'll be there.
This is the kind of thing I got to put up with. Yeah, bean poles, yeah.
No, I'll be humanity in about 300 years' time. Because they'll find all these bits.
What does narcissistic mean again?
Don't know.
But yeah, you'll be like, I've got.
I'll tell you what though.
I've got photographs out. I've got podcasts out. I've got a book out.
I know.
You are spelling yourself out.
I am. I'm like.
And there'll be some karaoke recordings of me somewhere.
Oh, there'll be some of me singing. Hey, you might get some singing in this.
Yeah. No,
maybe not.
I don't think it's that.
If
you like one of these 3 songs.
I've got more than 3 songs.
You've got 3 songs.
See, he's bringing me down now. You don't even like me, do you? Podcast. See, it's that kind of comic timing that makes this a genuine. I'll tell you what. Download it.
Comic timing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? How are you timing your comedy?
Well, yours goes
on like a sundial.
Yours is in a 2-minute slot.
Well, I think you're timing it on a sundial. It's night time, so
no,
there you go.
Not. I am funny. I am. No, nobody should say they're funny, should they? But I am. I do think I am funny.
Yeah, well, yeah, you keep thinking that. I mean, your humour is. Well, I said it before. There's funny people.
There we go.
And there's people who are funny.
It's an insult wrapped in a compliment.
I still can't decide which one you are, really.
Funny or not?
I think, not funny, but if I had to put into a category of funny people or people who are funny, I would say you're a person that is funny. Is
that a funny person?
No, it's different.
What's the difference between a funny person?
A funny person is just funny. They can just say anything and it's funny.
I am funny.
No, you're not. You're a person who is funny. You workshop a lot of things you say. You come in like, oh, it's natural. Just this is so funny when we know you're in front of a mirror doing it, practicing it, and then watching American sitcoms and then being the character. I mean, I've spent the last fortnight telling someone who thinks he's Jordan North.
Yeah, I do. I do think I'm Jordan North.
Yeah. And then sometimes he thinks he's Dancing from Cheers.
I do, only because I've got the same hair.
And then he thinks he's Alec Baldwin from 30 Rock, but
I do.
No one talks about him no more.
Only because you can talk about Alec Baldwin. I like Alec Baldwin. I think he's brilliant.
He's one of the least nice people in celebrity world, apparently.
I don't care. He's one of the funniest.
There you go.
But you don't need to be nice to be funny.
You claim to be funny, and you're not a nice person.
I am a nice person. So I'm like a cool Alec Baldwin.
You're like, even Alec Baldwin would think you were a shit.
He wouldn't. I'd get on well with Alec Baldwin. I think he's great. I just broke
rule 3. Is that rule 3 swearing?
I don't know, but you can't start bad-mouthing celebrities on a podcast.
You can definitely start bad-mouthing.
No, you can't.
You can bad-mouth celebrities.
Well, you're not bad-mouthing Alec Baldwin because I like Alec Baldwin.
Who you've no chance of bumping into.
I've got no chance of bumping into Alec Baldwin, but if I did bump into him, I want to have said some nice stuff about him. Because if you said that he's not a nice person, could you imagine if I bumped into him and he said, "Hey, you that schmuck who was calling me on the podcast?" And I'd go, "Yeah." And I don't think anybody who's that funny can be that bad. Has there been really bad people that have been funny? Like dictators and stuff. I'm just trying to think
of sex pests who are comedians. I don't.
Yeah, and you can't mention anybody because you can't, because some are still pending probably.
Pending.
But I think there's probably been some funny sex pests. But they've used that to be a sex pest.
No, they are like DJs. And
not all of them. I'm thinking of one that's not a DJ. But I think he were slightly amusing, and I think he did it to be a sex pest.
A comedian?
Well, I don't think he did it to be a sex pest. I think he was just a funny person who was a sex pest.
A comedian?
Yeah. Don't say his name.
I'm not going to say his name, just mouth it again. You can't illustrate words, can you? You'd be the worst lip speaker. Say again. Yeah, but he's not proven yet.
I know that. That's why you can't say that.
So he or she's not proven
They're
yet.
Not proven.
They're not proven yet.
Nothing's been proved.
Yes.
But yeah, he's got his hands in that catfish mouth again. What is he doing?
We're not watching Star Trek.
I know we're not. We're watching some. I don't know what the hell it is, to be quite honest. But he just keeps sticking his hand down a catfish's mouth. It's not right. It's not bothered though, is it? It's not even thrashing about.
I think it's got a choice in it, really.
Oh. It's not happy about that.
It's not happy, is it?
It's not doing much. He must have like immobilised it. You know how like you can get like a shark where you can punch it in the face, and it knocks it
face.
out. Well, you know what I mean. Where you can do stuff to animals, can't you? Where it immobilises them. You know where you like
punch a shark in the face.
Or you can like press him in a certain place and it like immobilises them.
Give me examples. I've never heard this.
You know, like where you scratch a cat on its head and its eyes go.
No, don't.
Well, you know what I mean. But he's done that with that catfish because that catfish. There were people hanging out of one of them before on this programme, there was some legs hanging out of a catfish, and he's got his hand in its mouth, and it didn't do anything.
I think you're making absolutely no sense. But if you can say categorically which creature you can press at a certain point, name the point, and it is immobilized, then it makes sense. So go on, the floor's yours.
I think there's an animal that you can press in a certain place, and it
Oh, that's like you think there's an animal you can press in a certain place, not a specific place.
You know, like in a pressure
place.
point.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but unless you name
the
animal,
like where they say if you rub behind your knee, you get like a bit of an orgasm.
I've never heard that before in my life.
Yeah, if you rub a woman behind her knee, or anybody.
You said you would be self behind the knee.
No, not me, obviously, but you could do. But I think I remember there being summer. It were like in the mid-90s where they discovered.
Just in the 90s. It's not fashionable.
It might have been women who were over 90, but I think it were in the 90s where they discovered if you put your finger in if you put your finger in the recess behind your knee, right, and I move it about a bit, but I don't know where because I'm not getting anything from this. But if you move it about behind your knee, it gives certain people an orgasm.
Yeah, but you were talking about immobilising people. I mean,
I know, but if you're having an orgasm, you're immobilised. So maybe if you can give an animal an orgasm somewhere, it's immobilised.
Right, well.
There's somewhere where you can touch it, because it's like, you know, where you can get like a wild animal and it's coming for you, and you get some of these like zookeepers. Yeah, I don't know how fast.
How fast is it coming to you?
Well, not that fast if you can put your finger behind its knee. But yeah, if you
it's not coming at you fast at all.
But some of these zookeepers, they know exactly where to press an animal to immobilise it. I'm telling you, they do. See, you say I'm not the funny one. They do though.
It's not funny, it's just weird.
Apart from rays. Can't immobilise a ray.
See, you can't say. Can you say that?
No.
Can you say that? We can as long as you don't mention it anyone.
It were a ray. You can't do that with one. You can tickle them, but it won't immobilise them. But you can do it. There's something like, you know, like where you rub them out and they go a bit.
Is it where you punch a crocodile in the snout?
That could be it. There's something else, isn't there? What is it? Don't know. There's some animals where you can do something to them, and it renders them immobile, and they can't do it.
Chop the legs off.
No, you just touch them somewhere. We're back on him again. We're back on the sex pest.
See, I said no sex talk, and all of a sudden you're touching animals in certain places.
You'd be there like swimming alongside like a whale shark or something like that, and you press it in a certain bit, and then it'd be like the water's become incredibly salty. It'd be like, I've touched it in the wrong place. I've given a whale shark and I've given it a boner or an orgasm, and it'd be like, it's like I'm not even trying to swim and I'm floating.
Is that because of the salt?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, that was just a bit of clever humour, wasn't it?
It were clever humour, that. See, I can be cerebral.
You can't be cerebral. It's very simple, your humour.
It's not simple. That was cerebral, that. You were impressed by that, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
There you go. We've got that on record. I bet it's timed out. It'll only do about 3 minutes.
It probably has. We're probably still talking now. What a waste of time.
Oh, no, we're on 34 minutes. This is
34 minutes.
34.
Right.
I know.
Are you topping up?
Yeah. Yeah. See, we've covered loads in this, haven't we?
Well, that's the thing. You see, it should be a journey. It should be a journey with we don't know where the destination is.
No.
I mean, we've gone from reviews to touching animals in funny places.
Well, you've touched them in funny places. I've just.
You talked about behind the knee.
But you know, it is a thing now. I'm sure if you get a woman. No, because that's.
Right. I'm going to Google it. You carry on talking.
Behind the knee, it's a G spot.
My search history is terrible.
G spot behind the knee.
Yeah.
It is. Where can you give a whale shark an orgasm?
Why a whale shark anyway? Why not a great white shark?
Well, you wouldn't go there. Would you chance giving a great white shark an orgasm?
You like sharks?
I don't.
A bit too much.
No, they scare me. I watched. There was a shark film on plane. Well, besides Meg 2, which I must admit, Meg 2, you need to watch that. You'll never see a more ridiculous shark film. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found it yet?
Well, I've just put orgasm behind the knee.
Yeah.
Right, which I think is straight to the point.
It is.
And there's a few results. One on TikTok, I'm not going to click on it.
Don't click on it.
It says the knee thing is the ultimate foreplay move.
See, told you.
Yeah.
I know all these things.
7 erogenous zones you've been neglecting.
70 erogenous?
No, 7.
Oh.
Erogenous zones you've been neglecting for way too long. I'm not going to it. It says, resist the urge to flinch and let your partner kiss, caress or gently massage behind the knee.
Yeah, I told you.
The skin is there, back there is thin, giving you access, ... Not clicking on it. But that was from the 1st of December 2014, so it's 10-year-old.
It was the 90s though when it all came out.
This is the 10s.
I know, but it's still a thing.
Yeah, if you give TikTok, it's called that knee thing in with parentheses.
The what?
Is it parentheses where you like the quotes?
Parentheses?
Parentheses.
Don't know.
Well, let's just Google parentheses because I'm educating you.
Well,
parentheses.
You see, the thing is, you get knee orgasm, right? And that's kind of interesting. And then you get in Google in parentheses, which is the quotation marks.
Oh no, parentheses is in brackets, not quotes. There you go.
Told you the knee thing were a thing.
Well, there you go. And everyone's listening to this now. Be like,
they'll be like, they'll be listening to this and they'll be fiddling with their own knee.
Hey, no, forget. Don't just there. Go behind the knee. No,
behind
not
the
there.
knee. Don't do the front of the knee. That's a totally different thing. But do behind the knee. Yeah.
We did say we're not going to swear or talk about sex, and you're already talking about orgasm behind the knee.
Look, I was trying to make
a rule breaker.
I was trying to immobilise an animal, and then inadvertently I found a G spot. So yeah, looks like we found another G spot. What's this that we're watching?
I don't know.
Looks terrible, that, doesn't it?
Just find out what it is.
I'll just press I.
It's just turned from.
It looks like
it's turned from a podcast to Gogglebox.
It looks like Quentin Tarantino. It is a Quentin Tarantino film.
Oh no, it's not.
It's a TV series. Yeah, I get that. But yeah, you see, we've told people have a better sex life after listening to this. After listening to us, they'll have a better sex life. Who'd have thought that? I know. Usually, it involves having no sex life. Yeah.
So, why do you put this on for now? It's very distracting.
It is. She's got a snake. Oh, where's that going? Oh, it's a bit much.
It's like Gogglebox with no TV.
It is. You don't want to. This is episode. You see, we'll just review. It's 1 of 7, and that snake's gone where no man has gone before, which ties us into Star Trek.
But you are reviewing the first episode of a season.
There you go. It's the first season of From Dusk Till Dawn, and it's a woman. She's gyrating with a snake. There's a band. There's fire. There's some people watching that I think they're not watching the band. They're just watching her with the snake.
If this is the scene from the film.
No, it's not the scene from the film. No, it's a TV series.
They're recreating the scene from the film first.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's going to go down in a minute. She's going to turn to a demon.
Oh.
They're going to turn to vampires, sorry. They'll wipe all them out.
Right.
I think it's like what happened next. I think it's the scene from the film and what happened next.
Right.
Because he's like the George Clooney character in there. This
even the glasses on.
The old scar on his head.
Oh.
And then the glasses, the Quentin Tarantino.
She's pole dancing now. There's fire. There's somebody on another pole up there. More fire.
I can't really comment on it without being a bit inappropriate, really.
Why? Just.
It's a bit thingy, innit?
He looks like a cheap Brad Pitt. She's gyrating on the pole. He looks like him who's in alt westerns with longer hair. She's strutting over. She's left the pole. She's going up to the bloke with the ice rimmed glass. Ice rimmed? Is it ice rimmed glasses?
Tortoise shell?
No, what they called? They're called ice rimmed.
Oh, you're always right, aren't you?
No, they're not called ice rimmed. Now they what are they called? Are they ice rimmed? Ice rimmed glasses on. She's got a violin now. Where'd she get that from? She likes Sticky Vicky. It's got everything. Got a snake, violin. Somebody's grabbed her hand.
I'm telling you, he's going to turn to a vampire in a minute.
Probably. I think called horse rimmed glasses. She's got a violin. You googling horse rimmed glasses?
Google it.
She's got a bottle now. What's she doing with that? She's pouring it over her leg. She's poured the bottle over her leg, and he's got her foot in his mouth, and she's pouring the drink down her leg, and it's gone in his mouth. Now she's licking the drink. It's wrong, this. Is it sponsored by anybody? Is it sponsored by Bacardi or something like that? Or some gin company? Or there's some random woman in a grandad
It's horned rimmed glasses.
Orange rimmed, that's it, not horse rimmed.
Thank you, Google.
Thanks. She just licked his face. Hey, that's him out of what's it? Terminator 2? You know the metal man? It's not him. Valderrama? Robert Patrick, that's it. That's him. Metal Terminator man. He's in this. So, from Dusk Till Dawn, the TV series. I'm not reviewing it all.
No, don't.
But literally, that bit were alright, weren't it? Yeah. That's all you needed.
So if you wanted like a toilet comfort break, you have to press pause and you can start like you press play again, it resumes it.
Well,
it should do. On your technical piece of equipment.
I can pause it. Why do you need the toilet?
Yeah. Just press pause.
Or I could just carry on talking and make this the best bit of the podcast while you disappear.
It won't be the best bit of the podcast.
Right. We're going to have a... Well, we're not going to have a... But he's going to have a toilet break, so I'm just going to pause this. Alright. Hang on. It'll be 2 minutes. Alright. He didn't want the toilet break, he's just made me pause it. We've unpaused it now, so we're back on again.
You unpaused it?
I've unpaused it around 44 minutes now. What? Why did you want me to unpause it? Did you want the toilet break?
I haven't been to the toilet yet.
I know, but I haven't been to the toilet yet.
What's if you pause it? Comfort break.
Why would
pause it? We'll go to the toilet.
You said you didn't need to go to the toilet.
I didn't say I didn't need to go to the toilet. I says I'm going in a minute. I'm not going straight away. I'll pause it
in a minute then.
Well, you know what?
Are you building up to this?
Well, you know me.
Should I just pause it?
I'm a 51-year-old man.
Well, should we do a 45-minute podcast? Because we've got 9 seconds left then.
9 seconds.
Yeah, make it count.
You've got to finish off on one statement.
You don't even like me, do you?
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye. See you next time.